Hello YouTube land, and Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays and all that kind of good stuff. Today I'm taking a bit of a Jurassic World multi-review. I have 5 dinosaurs to review in one review. I'm hoping I can get it done in record time, hopefully. So without further ado, I'm going to name off the ones that I have to review. So I have Minmi, Protoceratops, Protoceratosaurus, and then from the Jurassic Rivals line, I only have 2 of the figures, which if I move the boxes out of the way, I have the Dracorex and the Rhamphorhynchus. So, the Protoceratosaurus and Mini and Protoceratops all come in the older style Jurassic World movie packaging. On the back of all the European ones, they have nothing, just information about the scan, the scan app. But they all come in the same Windows style box packaging that looks like a transportation case or transportation crate for the dinosaur, and just has attack pack, mini attack pack, Protoceratops, and Protoceratosaurus or Ceratosaurus, I think is how you pronounce it. So for the Dinosaur Rivals line, or Dino Rivals, which is the new line for 2019, they have a drastic change in packaging. So you have the Rex and Triceratops and Owen. You get collector cards. I haven't actually taken the collector cards out of my boxes. You actually have a reduced packaging, so the dinosaur is form-fitted to the packaging instead of having a larger plastic window. You still have the kind of Jurassic World, Jurassic Park logo behind. And then if you flip around to the back of the box, this is the American version. I highly suspect that the European version, if they do come out over here, will have the same thing as the previous boxes, which has nothing on it. And you have Velociraptor Delta, Rhamphorhynchus, Dracorex, and another Protoceratops. Different colours to the one that I'll be reviewing in this review, but there is a reissue of the Protoceratops already. So without further ado, I shall get into the older wave first, and then I'll go into the new guys. So, Protoceratosaurus, I think is how you pronounce it. I'm not too sure. I kept getting this guy mixed up with the Protoceratops. So this is a carnivore, as you can see, on 2 legs, has all the carnivore traits, kind of 2-legged, long arms, teeth, small little ridge on the nose, kind of similar to the Ceratosaurus, or is it Ceratosaurus? So it's where the same. They think it's the same family. There was rumors that this could have been a juvenile version of the Ceratosaur, so it's whether or not they changed that ideology. It has basic articulation, hinged jaw, rotating arms, no out to the side and the attack pack stuff, and then just swivels in the hip. And for those collecting the dinosaur thing, if I can get it scanned, there's the scan for this one. Protoceratops. I remember having one of these as a kid from the, is it the Play School line? Was it definitely Dinosaurs? It always reminded me of like a rhinoceros, but for the Jurassic World line, they actually have a really elongated limbs, whereas in the older style thinking of dinosaurs, they were really short, stumpy limbs, similar to that to the Triceratops. Originally, I think they thought this was a baby Triceratops and it hadn't formed its horns, but then they discovered that it was actually a separate species of the same genus. So you have just moving limbs, moving forward and back limbs. Head is on a hinge and on a swivel, so you can swivel it around. It's not really a ball joint to go side to side, and then the tail is on a swivel should you want it, but it just looks awkward. I do like the ridging going on along the back of the tail. I'm not sure if that was in the bone structure of the dinosaur or it's just something they added to it for this line. And then for the last of the basic ones is Minmi, which is kind of a weird, kind of similar to the Ankylosaur with the armoured plated back piece. Doesn't have the big spiked club on the tail, but it's a very similar species. Again, kind of short stumpy legs, which is what I thought the Protoceratops would have had before. Head is on a similar joint to the Protoceratops. You can go up, or you can go down. Can't really go up that much because of the armor on the neck. You can go forward and back on the legs, and again there is a tail swivel, but there's no real point to it. Just to note, the armored carapace is a slight rubbery material, so it's not as solid as the legs or the head pieces. So it's designed for safety standards. And then onto the Jurassic World Dino Rivals review, or Dino Rivals figures. Now this is the Dracorex, and you think with a name called Dracorex it's a carnivore, but it's actually part of the Pachycephalosauride, I think is how you pronounce it. It's a similar genus to Pachycephalosaur and the Stygimoloch, or Stygimoloch, or Stygimoloch, or Stygimoloch, Stygi, very similar species. In fact, I think they thought this was a juvenile one stage. Again, they thought this was a juvenile Pachycephalosaur. Interesting to note, its official title is the Dracorex Hogwartus, because it was named after the Harry Potter franchise, and its name is Dragon King of Hogwarts. So, I also think the head, the name Draco, kind of the head sculpt, and I'm pretty sure the bone structure kind of reminds me of Draco from what's it called, Dragonheart. He kind of has a similar bone structure to Draco for some reason. It just reminds me of him. So just for size comparison, here is the Attack Pack Stygimoloch. Just move these guys out of the way and just put them up there. You can see that they're pretty much on size with each other. I will do a brief, quick sizing of all the dinosaurs when I get around to it. So, again, he has a slight bit more articulation than the other dinosaurs. He has a hinge at the base of the neck, so you can go down and up. He has a ball joint, or not ball joint, but it is a ball joint and a hinge on the neck. Similar little arm rotation. It can go all the way around, but it's a bit strained if you push it too far. And then he has forward and back on the legs. And you have a swivel on the tail, but again, it serves no purpose. It just looks odd if you move it off the center point. So, but it does look really, really cool. You can get him to look down quite well. You can get him to look like he's going to do a ramming, or you can just get him to look up as if he's looking around, which is pretty sweet. You can get some side to side on the head, and it looks quite nice. It looks really nice next to the Stygimoloch as well. So you have that, and then for the final dinosaur in this wave, or this review that I have, is this crazy looking thing, which is called the Rhamphorhynchus. Now, if I remember correctly, this is one of the earliest pterodactyl style dinosaurs that bones were found from. There's like pterodon, and if I remember when I was collecting the old dinosaurs magazine back in the mid-90s, just shows how old I am. Rhamphorhynchus and pterodon, or pteranodon, and the pterosaur were like one of the more famous dinosaurs at the time. And then you had all the newer stuff that, like, so the Trapechair, is how you pronounce it, I'm not too sure. It's the one with the big kind of crest on its head, and the Quetzalcoatlus. So, but this guy is very similar in design to Dimorphodon. In fact, if I bring in the Dimorphodon here, it would be handy if I had him in front of the camera while I was rabbiting on. So he has hinges like in the wings, just like Dimorphodon. He has a neck joint, he has a swivel, he has opening mouth which has teeth in it, which is the way the bone structure on this thing was. He has hinged legs which are connected, so they move on the same place. Nothing in the tail, and you can get some kind of really nice gliding, swooping poses out of him. And as I said, he's very similar in design to the Dimorphodon. In fact, I think he is a little smaller than Dimorphodon, just by a hair. Well, I think, as I mentioned in the comment section in Victoria's Cantina review for this guy, I think because he's so small, I think he should have been packed at least 2 per box instead of just 1. Because I always thought that Dimorphodon was a bit, small for the scale, or not small for the scale, but just small for the release. So I thought you should have gotten 2 Dimorphodons as well for the price that you paid for them. But overall, he's quite nice. So if I just bring in here, that is the scan code for him. I do the scan code for Dracorex. There it is, if you need it. The scan code for Protoceratops. Sorry, that wasn't Dracorex, that was the Protoceratops. There's the scan code for Dracorex. If it will focus on it. Come on, focus, focus, focus. Hopefully, if I hold it enough, you might be able to get a scan off it. And then for the last one, Minmis. There is the barcode scan for Minmis. Now, I do tend to forget that they have these things on them because I'm more interested in the dinosaur than the actual scan thing. So, for scales, I just bring in my tape measure. So Dracorex stands a little under 4 inches. Protoceratops is about 3 in height, and Minmi is about 2.5, just maybe 2 3/4 in height. Lengthwise, Protoceratops is about 6 inches, and so is, if I just move my light and move things back a bit, Minmi is about the same, about 6 in length. Dracorex from snout to tail is about just a hair under 7. As everything falls over on me. The Protoceratops is about 6, and height wise is about 4. You can get him to stand a lot taller, but he looks a bit odd because his neck isn't jointed, so he'd be looking up into the sky. And then for the wingspan on the Rhamphorhynchus is a little over, just a little under 8.5, or sorry, 7.5 inches. Snout to tail is about 5, and height off ground, he's only about an inch and a half off ground. But I do kind of wish the pterosaurs that they do came with like a flight display stand, which would be probably better to have as a, you know, pack-in, instead of, as I said before, having 2 of them in the box. Maybe have one with a flight stand, so that way you can display them mid-flight, as opposed to, like, unfortunately, like, they come as Dimorphodon and this guy come like that, and so does the Pteranodons, so you don't really have any way of displaying them flight-wise or on the ground, because they're not designed to be kind of on the ground. They do have like feet that you can put them, but you, because of the angle that they are, they don't really get much ground. You know, they don't look good as if they were like on the ground on all 4s, so they look a bit awkward. So it would have been nice if Mattel, maybe something, if they do watch my reviews, hopefully someone might point them in the direction of them and just say, hey, this guy has an idea of maybe adding in some flight stands for the pterosaurs or any of the flying dinosaurs or flying reptiles. So there you go, guys. Hopefully I got everything done quickly and nicely. So I hope you enjoyed my video review. As I say in my reviews, please feel free to like, comment and subscribe to my channel. Hopefully I didn't waffle on too much and I got everyone done in okay time and you enjoyed it. So I know it's a big lot of dinosaurs to get through in one little swoop. I should really probably phased it out a bit more, but I have a lot of stuff I want to review, so I want to try and kind of upgrade my review station and get stuff done, and I wanted to put something out for Christmas as well. So there you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed my video review, and hope you, as I say in my videos, please feel free to like, comment and subscribe to my channel. And for all of you out there watching this when I put it up, and at the time of this recording, it's Christmas 2018, so hopefully you have happy holidays and everyone's keeping well. So cheers, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video.